Alright everybody, welcome to, you can see it, the new update, the 50 million event egg part 2 is finally out. And I know there's no webcam right now because I'm just so tired today. It's my day off from like a 14 to 15 hour shift. So I'm really tired, and today I'm literally just chilling. It's about 7 p.m. I'm about to sleep again to wake up tomorrow very early and do the same thing all over again, you know, just to keep life busy. But, you know, I have so much stuff for you listener lined up. Like, there's new games out there. There's this game. There's this new update that we're going to discuss today. So let's get right into it. So the new 50M event egg part 2. You know, it is always the same. You know what it is. We have a new event egg. We have 15 million people playing this or viewing this. I don't even know how that's measured, but it's still insane. And the Final Fantasy Island is going to come out on Saturday, and then we will get a new world. So what do I think we're going to get? I think that we're gonna get a beautiful map again by Nova Lamp. I still haven't got my alien, my abducted code. I don't think that I ever will receive anything like it, but I just always, I mean, you can't, you know, the the thing is, sometimes you just have to hope, right? Sometimes you have to hope. I still don't know what this thing is. I mean, this has been out here since the beginning, and it has been growing stronger and stronger, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's gonna be like a boss or something. Would be interesting to know in this, you know, very soon. But if you know what this is, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So we have a new event egg. We're going to be checking it out. I've already prepared something. I got a little bit of luck going on right there. Sadly, in the latest portal, we do not have the egg yet, so I have to go and do this egg right over here. And we're gonna start doing this for a few seconds because I want to get the comments out of the way, because I don't necessarily want to use them. But we're gonna check those comments out anyways, just to see how good they are and how they stack up. I have no idea. I think it's those, the 50M light scorpion, and you can see they're not bad. 6 million is actually pretty legit if you ask me. I mean, those ones, the 30mh for example, used to be the high rise of the game, and you can see like the comments have like almost 3 times more than you know, back in the day, the 30mh. So that's pretty intense, and we're gonna just start hatching away just to see if we're going to get anything interesting or hatch anything interesting. Would be nice to have, like, let's see, I don't even know what is the ratio here. We have 7%, 3%, and 0.5% and going downwards. We actually have a 0.001% one, which is kind of insane. But you know, the good thing about this is that that we still have the 1 trillion, which means that still everybody can afford this. Everybody, I mean, this is a nice balance to the game. Obviously, I'm always a little bit sad that there's not more to these, you know, events, so to speak. But you know, they are really good to balance the game out. So everyone, even people that don't have that much money, that don't have the game passes, that are not able to get into the latest worlds, this is really a nice way of getting free-to-play players still invested in the game. But I am also noticing a little bit of player dwindling away. I can see that the player count has actually dropped quite quite intense, to be honest. I wanted to say frequently, but I meant something completely different. It went down quite a bit. Went down probably, I don't know, like 20% or something. I don't know. I'm not really good at math, but I can see that we used to have like 8, 9 to 10,000 players, and now we're at like 3, 4, 5,000. That might be actually a little bit more than 20%, to be honest. I mean, it just seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of people going away and doing some other games. And I do have to say, although I love Tapping Simulator, and I hope that there is going to be more interesting stuff in the future, because right now I just have a little bit of a feeling that we have quantity over quality, and I kind of also have the feeling that the developers are a little bit, you know, lacking the motivation and the creativity to create something new for this game. And this is what I believe. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but it just feels like it when I start this game. I have to be completely honest, I have been busy with other games because this game does not keep me here anymore. My girlfriend even told me, she said that she's kind of done with Tapping Simulator. Obviously, I will not be done with Tapping Simulator because it's been a big part of this channel, and even in rough days, I will be supporting this game throughout my entire time. Even if at one point it will only have 100 players, I will still support this game because it has been really good to me. The developers have been really good to us. So I will not back this game, you know, I will not let this game down. Instead, I'm gonna back it up. Now, there is a few things though that I'm going to point out. I will always give my critique. It's going to be an honest critique, and I'm gonna tell how it is. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think is good and what I think is bad. So the good part is really that these event eggs are there to balance things out. It kind of gives a small boost of people back into the game, so they can literally get up on the state of everyone else. There's still huge major issues in this game. For example, we need teleportation. I personally think always going to Fantasy World, even if we're gonna get another world now next week, I think without teleportation this game is going to also make many people quit, because always this way running back and forth, it's super annoying, and when things are getting annoying, people distance themselves from it. Another thing is, I really want this game not to be quantity over quality. This usually happens when developers really try to push out updates as much as possible to keep the game active, but then they forget that if these updates are not really anything good like these ones, then people will leave again. So that's like a not really a good game strategy. What I would suggest is leave out these 50M event eggs, or these event eggs in general. Well, maybe not all of them, but not trying to put them out every 5 million views or something, because the thing is just like, man, I don't know. People get really bored of this. There's nothing. I mean, I already saw people when I got in on my private server. I saw people complaining. They're like, hey, man, I mean, nothing has changed. It's always the same game. You can still rebirth. I mean, look at that person. This one has 61 trillion rebirths. I've been stuck at 1.7 because I'm just not playing anymore. I gotta be completely honest, I've lost the interest of really grinding this game, because there's nothing for me to grind for. There's nothing really interesting for me to go for. Although I do have to say that these eggs are really good. These pets are insane. Look at this. These pets are really good. They are really good for the people who are still investing in this game. So yeah, for the people who like these kind of events, these event eggs, I personally think it's good. But let me tell you one thing. I can tell you another thing, how to make these events more interesting. First of all, when these event eggs are going to be pushed out, I think they should put in like double coins, double gems, double this, double rebirths, something like that that makes people more interested in farming, and also add a new feature doing this. It doesn't have to be a huge feature. I'm pretty sure a teleportation feature or anything small is not going to be a huge part of work. I think people can do this. I think if you're a developer, you should be able to add a teleportation thing into this. There's so many more ideas that you can bring into this, like PvP. You can do dungeon runs. You can do so many things. You can do so many things. Maybe other levels where you can collect things, collectibles. There's so much stuff that you could implement into the game to get the people playing again and to keep the people invested. As of right now, I am a little bit more interested in other games that give me a little bit of an end game, and they will be put on this channel very, very soon. I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I have been, grinding it, because I always want to have a head start towards everybody else. I want to, be good at a game before I make a video about it. So that's basically it. That's basically about my opinion on this update. I think it's the same. I can't even judge these updates anymore because they have been the same. So back in the day I said it was good, so I have to say now it's good as well. Because, they are good, but bro, we're bored. We are seriously bored. So yeah, I can't really necessarily judge these. I think quality over quantity is always super efficient. I mean, I'm a German, right? This is usually what we do. Quality over quantity is very important. Although I do have to say that I sometimes also just throw out some stupid videos on YouTube. But, I try to be really consistent, and I try to always bring in new ideas to the table. And that, I believe, will take me someday to success. And I hope that you will, kind of think about that in your life as well. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope really, listen, I am a tapping simulator fan. It's just like, for example, I used to be a huge, let's say, Black Eyed Peas fan. I don't know if anybody still remembers the Black Eyed Peas. But back in the day, they had an album called Elefunk, and I was super into it. It was on MTV when I was a child. I absolutely dug that. I was like, that's nice stuff. And then over the course of years, they wanted to change their style, and they changed it to like electronic cool music, and it went even further, and then at one point they split up, as far as I believe. And I just didn't enjoy it anymore. I was a fan, and I was hoping for this new kind of album to come out there and just make everybody happy. Why we initially listened to that music. But in this case, it's the same thing with these updates. I will always be a fan of Tapping Simulator. I will always support Tapping Simulator. I think the game is great, and it also gave me a lot of eyes on my channel that I will never forget. But I really hope that we're going to get something that is going to receive... We need to receive an end game. Super important. There is no end game. This is why we are getting so bored of it. We need an end game. We need end game content, and I hope that we will get that at one point. I believe PvP can do that. I believe that dungeon runs can do that. I believe collectibles can do that. I believe like buffs and so many other things. I believe so many things can do that, but we need an end game content. We need end game content. And, you know, maybe, I mean, we already have pets in the game. Let them do something. You know, let them do something or something. You know, I don't know. These are just stupid ideas, but we need end game. Trust me, I will be even more loyal than I am now if we had an end game. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.